asked on Reddit. You have just received $500 and need to spend it on a gift for yourself. What do you buy?
Probably Lego sets for $40 to $100.
I will never understand this hobby. So many people I work with are dropping bank on these things. Is the joy in building them or just as like a decoration? Collector's item?
$350 for my divorce. And yes, it's a gift.
A baby Taylor acoustic guitar, because $500 is not enough for a breast reduction, which is the next best thing.
With cryptocurrency, you can turn that $500 into $5 very quickly.
Something for my daughter. I have an expensive dollhouse for her that I found, and she wants furniture and some more dolls.
A pair of Viking arm hand jacks. I have one already, but I need second, so why not a third?
I've been thinking of getting a trumpet. $500 could get me an okay instrument.
Nobody's saying hookers and blow yet, haha. What are the rules here? Does a gift have to be a single item? Can it be multiple items sold together? Can I build my own bundle of items? And if so, how closely related do they have to be? Not a lot of things cost exactly $500. How much of the budget am I required to spend? If my gift is $499, do I fail the task? What happens to any excess? Alternatively, can I supplement it, and if so, to what extent?
It's $500 to treat yourself with. Don't overthink it.
Several cheap dildos or one Cadillac of dildos.
Another painting by this artist.
As much as I'd like to spend it on food and perfume and also skincare, I'm actually gonna go with the Xbox Series X gaming console.
One of those massagers that look like a drill. Those things are awesome.
Bright Red KitchenAid Pro, or maybe payment towards a new laptop.
3D printer and filaments, accessories.
I'd renew my passport and go on a mini break.
I kinda want a bread maker, like, a good one. I don't even know if I'll like using it, but it's something I've been thinking about for a bit. Any leftover money would go towards ingredients to make a bunch of different kinds, I guess.
I've been thinking lately it's time for a newer computer. Although I do like the Lego idea, that's currently the top comment.
3.5 ounces of the finest plant, if you please.
I got a philodendron so good you could plots. Couple Games Workshop boxed games.
A new airsoft replica. Probably a gas MP5K.
Ether and new driver, golf, or a UCS Lego set.
Too much. A used driver can run like $250 to $500, and UCS Legos are $599 to $849 brand new. I was looking at both being used, which helps to drop the prices.
Subscribe to the channel for more stories, which gifts are better not to give or vice versa.
What is the male equivalent of flowers as a gift?
A nice bottle of liquor.
Yeah, whiskey for me. Aside from vodka, whiskey was my go-to.
Everybody loves booze.
Are there any small treats he likes but doesn't buy himself often? Beef jerky, a special drink, a certain candy?
A nice cigar.
Take a flower bouquet, and throw them out, and replace them with wrenches.
Anything that is edible or consumable always works.
The way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Old school truth.
Or my favorite beer in the fridge or whiskey on the shelf. Ultimately, you just want to know that they were thinking about you. Socks.
Dalby? I wish more people brought me socks, so maybe I should start buying everyone socks. Karma?
I know you said he doesn't like flowers, but honestly, flowers. My wife bought me flowers for my birthday recently, and it's the thought that matters more than anything. I'm sorry if this isn't helpful, but for the sake of dismantling masculine stereotypes, I'm never going to hate getting flowers.
For me, it's a bottle of bourbon, a handmade card, and cookies. I get flowers for a girl because I am thinking about her, want to make her feel special, and know how much I love her. Handmade gifts make me feel special because it took time and love to make.
Either 2 to 3 dark chocolate bars or a 12-pack of Angry Orchard hard cider.
Personally, I don't want or need gifts. But if someone I am dating wants to bring something over, maybe some steaks for the barbecue and a bottle of wine.
A gift basket with beer and snacks. Not sure if this is just a Belgian thing or not. Here it's a very common didn't know what to buy you gift.
flowers, but I'm gay.
I was recently told by a female coworker that the benefit of receiving flowers was in making other women say, "Oh, you got flowers," and get jealous. The male equivalent would be receiving homemade food.
I had a really bad day at work once. My girlfriend brought home a bag of my favorite chips and a six-pack and said, "Sorry that you had a bad day. I rarely eat them, but when I do, I stress eat the hell out of them." I'm not saying that's why I married her, but it's the thoughtfulness.
Fuck, man, my heart would have melted completely if my girl ever did that.
I work as a first responder. One day we were sitting on the truck stuck in traffic in the downtown area. A woman walked up to my window and handed me a single rose, smiled, and told me to have a nice day. I didn't even know how to respond to that. But I'll be damned if my day didn't get 1000% nicer after that. I'm in my 40s. That was the only time I remember ever being given flowers, and I regularly think about how nice it felt. Most guys don't get random flowers. Guys should get more random flowers.
Most men will receive flowers for the first time at their own funeral.
Home-cooked meal works both ways. I was seeing this girl and she mentioned a dish she liked. I made it for her, packed it and brought it to her place. She said it was the sweetest thing anyone has ever done for her.
Yes. I was sick a couple of weeks ago, and a woman I'm casually seeing, agreed to be casual mutually, brought me homemade bread and chicken soup. I've been in plenty of serious relationships, and this act hit hard.
What's the worst gift you've ever received that was 100% sincere from the giver?
My wife once bought me a defensive driving course, thinking it was a course on how to do controlled drifts, e-brake turns, etc. Turns out, it was a training course designed for teenagers who have already lost their license and need to be retrained on how to drive safely. It was a fantastic way to spend 3 hours on my birthday. We still laugh about it.
An elderly aunt knew I liked puzzles. So for Christmas, she gave me one of those wooden puzzles for toddlers with like 8 pieces in it. I was 12. I didn't want to hurt her feelings, so I pretended like it was challenging by trying each piece in all the wrong places until it finally fell into the right spot. I was such a people pleaser back then.
A friend gave me a decibel measuring device for my birthday. I had been complaining about my neighbor who drove a loud car, modified exhaust, and would often come and go late at night. He expected me to wait for the guy, record the sound level, and then take the evidence to the police to get him to stop.
When I was young, maybe 3 to 5 years old, my grandmother gave me some toys for Christmas. Only problem was the toys were picked up from a neighbor's garbage pile and covered in mold. She wasn't poor.
A lunch bag filled with off-brand chocolates. That, the night before on Facebook, she had posted about how cheap they were.
What is the best gift you have ever received? My divorce.
A really nice robe made from silk.
Okay, so the first answer is my kids. My partner made me Pokemon cards and they were clearly handmade. She printed us on them and I really loved them. We broke up once and I either binned them or lost them, but she's amazing like that. She also made me a chest from Zelda full of folded paper hearts that had love messages on them. Those I still have.
We camped a lot, and I was always trying to find a good fire poker stick. Well, my friend bought me an extendable metal one with a hook to help move the logs around. It was a very thoughtful gift.
Delta 46 to 460 lathe. I'd taken a woodturning class and loved it, and happened to mention it to my sister. She and my parents surprised me with the lathe a month later for Christmas. Her and my dad spent about 20 hours researching and even called up local wood shops and asked them for recommendations. The lathe itself was great, but what I really appreciated was how thoughtful they were and how much effort they put in.
Dear friends, choosing a gift for a loved one or a good friend, listen to their desires. They may accidentally blurt out what they really want. Even a little thing can cause unforgettable feelings and emotions. In life, many of us look for ways to express our love and gratitude to our loved ones. And what could be better than giving gifts? It is not only a way to show how much we appreciate the people around us, but also a way to make their lives brighter and more joyful. Gifts can be all sorts of things: beautiful flowers, scented candles, tasty treats, etc. However, I want to draw your attention to one type of gift that can be a real boon: art paintings. Paintings are not just interior items, they are works of art that can bring a lot of joy and delight. They can create an atmosphere of warmth and coziness in the house, inspire and delight. Of course, not everyone can become the owner of famous works of art, but modern technology allows you to create beautiful and original paintings that are affordable for any budget. Some interesting work you can see on my channel. I like Pablo Picasso's quote, "Art is a lie that shows the truth." Paintings can be completely different, abstract, realistic, bright, dark, but they will always convey the emotions, feelings, and thoughts that the author put into them. And finally, and most importantly, paintings are not just a material gift, they can become a symbol of how much we love and appreciate our family and friends. They will remind us of us and our care every day, and perhaps become intimate family heirlooms. So, my dear ones, don't be afraid to give art to your loved ones. Give paintings that will reflect your love, care, and respect. And remember that the best gift is the one made from the heart. With love, Visual Imagination Workshop.